meet me outside, Bitcoin, crypto, don't go for a ride. If you're gonna get your surfboard, get it tied. Wall Street Pete, sick dough crypto. Please don't flip though. I'm not always right though. I'm not a financial advisor, but just a gentleman wearing a visor. Yeah, it's time to hustle. It's just so simple, I'ma solve this puzzle. And if you didn't know that you're feeling puzzled, it's TA, baby. Come on right over. Got one job, I got 1, 2, 3. I'll take 4 more just for me. I'm buying crypto, I'm dollar cost averaging, don't you know? You buy the dip, you have a sip, take a rip. Call me captain of this shit. I don't give a fuck, my name is Skip. XRP, Cardano, Ethereum. Take that shit right down to the cilium. I'ma put my fist through this shit. We're going to the moon and we're going soon. Alright, the name is Wall Street Pete. Crypto in crypto. I thought you'd know. We on YouTube. You wake up in the morning, crack of dawn and Wall Street Pete. We talk about live TA. We talk about paying our bills and staying alive and doing the shit and making it hit.
And making the grind. I'm tired of struggling every day. About to make some changes, right? It's time to make some changes. Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. Want to learn how to make sick dough in crypto? Every day we talk about this crypto news, technical analysis. You come here, hit the bell, all notification, hit that like and subscribe and become a member of the Wolves of Wall Street 1.456. Who is it going to be? When is it going to happen? I don't know, but we will continue to give you this stuff. And if you were a lucky member not too long ago under Crypto Gems, they were about ready to move. If you read the title, you can do that yourself. And we have Jasmy, Den, SLP, and Taboo. And let me tell you, SLP and Jasmy have been giving me a run for my money the past couple days. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm excited. So we got Chief in the morning. Good morning to you. Sean, good morning to you. Stepping for life, Mr. Slavius, my man. How are you this morning? And we have another chief in the house. We got 2 chiefs, man. Not enough fucking Indians. What else is new? I love y'all guys. So if you like this sort of thing, hit the like and subscribe. It's amazing. We hit the resistance if you pay attention to the Jasmy price. Talk quickly a little bit about that because we talked a lot about it last night in the past few days. We'll talk more about Polygon, Matic, Bitcoin, and perhaps whatever you want at the end of the video. So if you're excited about that, there will be a moment where I say comment now, which is not now, and then you'll be able to tell us. So if you put it in now, I'm not going to read it. I mean, I will read it, but I'm not going to go over it until I say it's time. So Jasmy right now is doing something. We're going to talk about that and how I think that a 61.8 retracement to 62 is really going to give me a run for my money. I'm not going to be happy. So I really hope we stay below this price. Always take profits. This is why you don't want to be stuck in this predicament. I wish I took profits exactly at the 0.0082 exactly. And we've had this price up here before we hit resistance. I didn't put this price here for fun. This would have been the most likely chance for resistance. I thought it could have been right before the 1 cent. I was really excited for that possibility, but greed will get you there. As you can see, we're getting the double bottom M double top M pattern showing a little bit of some downward momentum. Hopefully that's not going to keep happening. When I see on my MACD extended, we can close this, but when I see on my MACD extended on the bottom here, once it starts hooking and turning down and my blue MACD line does cross my signal line, it's over, Red Rover. So don't let Petey get over. It'll be a little late. So we don't want to see nothing like this right here. We're hoping we can continue. Why we should have shaved off a little bit at the 0.0082 and how important that is. You always dollar cost average out. It's very important. So check out the video really quickly. We're going to do it again, but I did say a few things. I want a lot of people to listen deep. This is 4 days. 0.055, but what happened on the daily, it made us realize we made a new high here, giving us a new resistance level that had to surpass. And of course, what happened after we left you in 24 hours? Well, look what happened. We got resistance exactly where I adjusted my line to, telling you, hey, this is real stuff. So currently, until we break that right now for Jasmy, but I am a big believer that one day we will, and we can adjust this, we can put it down. This is how much where the current price is and what you could possibly make if you're buying the dip. I am a big believer that that 51% move is coming rather quickly. But what I do more believe on is how quickly it's going to come. And we're not talking about me or a porn movie. We're actually talking about this cryptocurrency move. Jasmy was trading 0.0054. So once again, we did give you the Jasmy update on when it was going to break out. If you pay attention to some of the prices, we had SLP right there to 31 above there now, and Taboo really giving a little sideways boring action, but Dent even above. We talked about Dent even making and erasing a zero. So during this video, this was a pretty good video if you did ask so myself. So this is why you hit the like, hit the bell, all notification, and of course, right, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it if you want to listen to this next. This is why we're pumping, and I've never seen Mr. Powell so confident before. I mean, really confident in what he's saying here.
To be, we don't think smooth, it's probably going to be bumpy. And so we think that we're going to need to do further rate increases, as we said, and we think that we'll need to hold policy at a restrictive level for a period of time. Then comes the labor market report for January. And it's very strong. It's certainly stronger than anyone I know expected. And so, but I would say, we didn't expect it to be this strong, but I would say it kind of shows you why we think that this will be a process that takes a significant period of time.
He goes on and talks about how it's going to take a little bit of some time, but in reality, let's be serious here, ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. So as we pay attention, definitely, STMX, Storm X is now available through the USD pairing for Binance US if you are interested in that news, but we do keep you up with some of the news, and currently last night, as of the week, and now I believe over 300% AGIX taking the way on the crypto bubble this morning. Hit the like and subscribe, please. Make sure you do so. Going to get a little bit on there now that we have Jasmy falling through. Would like to find out where I believe Jasmy is done falling. And as you see here, I'm looking at this, my MACD. Looking for my MACD line, hitting my MAC, crossing the signal. We've already done that for the long position. As you can see, it happened right here. If I was to take a signal and hope that this would be the correct one, we like to go with our new extended MACD, but you can see we keep hitting resistance. Most likely you do break that resistance, as we are making a bullish flag here for the RSI. So if you pay attention to that on the RSI, there is a bullish flag making, and as I tell a lot of people, it's coiling up, and once you get ready to hit resistance, it does usually pop through. Roller coaster ride to the upside, that still entails, still works for the RSI. As you can see, we did blast off finally one last time. Take profits. If you don't, you get wrecked. So that's what we explain. That's what we tell you. It's very important. It's very common sense. So here we go right now. I want people to understand how important this is. I do hold Polygon Matic. I do hold Jasmy, right? It's very important. We do have proof. If you've watched us over and over, you can see how it is important. But Mr. Powell himself, Bitcoin, rises above 23,000 after Fed Chair Powell says inflation is coming down. I watched it live, and it seemed like there was about 5 or 6 times he talks about how we need to raise the cap. He's talking about the liquidity. He's talking about printing more money. Powell said in question and answer session at the Economic Club of Washington, D.C., that although the process of getting inflation down has started, it has a long way to go, and that these are the very early stages. Very important. I was paying attention, and he said, we expect 2023 to be a year of significant declines in inflation. It's actually our job to make sure that that's the case, he said. My guess is it will take certainly into not just this year, but next year to get down close to the 2%. Well, what are you telling me? Well, we're going to have 2 years of bullish momentum. Thank you very much, Mr. Powell. In that, I've never seen him more confident. So I'm pretty confident with what we're listening to in the article, what everything is telling us, how important it must be. Very important. Want to keep moving. Want to break towards the 24,000, get to 28K for the Bitcoin price. And little interesting, Mr. Taboo. We talked about that video 4 days ago. We were up 23% almost. So if you want to learn about the next digital Playboy, that is the Taboo token. We went a little in depth with it, so you may want to learn about it. Up 1% right now with Bitcoin. We got to get to the 1.1 trillion market cap. So we're about 0.03 trillion away. Once we start getting to that area, I believe that we will find ourselves breaking through as we are filling up a little bit more, as I can see. What do we do here? We look at Cardano and XRP really fighting. Who's going to break above the 41 cents, 40 cents, and break the hell out? Seems like there is Cardano and XRP really fighting right now for that top 5, top 6 market cap list for coin market cap. So pay attention to that. That's really interesting. As you can see, XRP is really pulling away, so we got that pretty clear. But I want you to understand how quickly the tides can change here. Dogecoin looking pretty good, right? If you pay attention, we are still staying steadily. But Polygon Matic, as I said, we're going to break that down into the charts. Where I think I'm going to sell out significantly, but you got a dollar cost average out. This is one of those things that just keeps going up and up and up, and it does hurt. Emerald, nice to have you in the chat this morning. We talked about once we break down Jasmy, Matic, and Bitcoin, we are going to do some requests. So let's get into it. Seems like everyone's excited. So what I'm looking for is another buying opportunity somewhere around here. Most likely you'd want it in the extended. Let's get rid of the RSI and show you what I'm talking about. Here we are. This is the MACD on steroids. All right, so here we are, Matic Polygon on the daily. I prefer the 4-hourly. 4-hourly is exciting for me. Don't know how you feel, but I'm going to watch it. And the MACD is usually a trending, so you can't really use this unless the asset is particularly trending. And right now, I want to pay close attention to what we are finding. Let's see what we can do here on this. We're doing this live, so please hang tight. Seems like anything outside the extended down here would be a buy signal. And as you can see right here, one big major buy signal. When was that? That was May 13th, 2022. Let's see what happened May 13th. This is the example I've been giving to everyone. May 13th, and then you'll see if there's another sales signal. There it is, May 13th. And on that day, boy, was that a day to buy, huh? So as you can see here, we came in, and you probably would have got a signal to sell right here. Let's see if it happened. Let's see if it happened. It's usually fun to check out, but as you can see, if you held over longer term, you're okay. You did get a sell signal to get out. And right here would have been an iffy tell, because when it crossed outside the zone, you might have taken this trade, and I probably would have. It just was enough to see the blue skip through. What happened? I got my signal to sell. My MACD blue line did cross my signal line. And what I see here, this is Polygon Matic really quick. I just want to show you how that happens. And that was right here. And as you can see, you get your signal to sell. And as you can see here, you're selling up here, and it's going and it's tanking down here until you probably get the next buy signal. So that's how that's working. But let's get into what I wanted to talk about without even looking to any of that. Currently, right now, we do have something exciting. And in the Jasmy, I wanted to say, we have a cup and handle inside a cup and handle. Did anybody see that? Does anybody notice that that's what happened on the video that I spoke about? I said we have a cup and handle now. This was the cup and handle here. But what happened is, I said a cup and handle inside a cup and handle. So as you can see right now, Jasmy is getting it clearly and beautifully done. We're hoping to get a nice golden pocket pickup. And the line in the sand really for me is 6,500. Once it starts falling, Jasmy below 6,500, we're in trouble. So you got your end of Jasmy. That's going to be your final answer. And this is not financial advice. But cup and handle is all the way in and through. Look at that, right? Upward W. This is exactly what we're doing here. This is exactly what I said would happen if you pay attention. Cup, upward W, half a W, and then complete W until we break all the way through and out. So where are we heading? Dollar cost average out right about now. That's something I would do. We were looking to break above the 26 cents and finish above the 26 cents on a daily. I don't know if we did that. Let's see. And yes, we are doing so, but did we break above it? Yeah, 27. So we broke above it. We're looking pretty strong right now. And what I see here is 146, and I'm going to get out at 145, obviously, to beat the whales. So Polygon Matic, I am looking to get out around 145, and then if you pay attention, now dollar cost average out, I really do have 75% getting out. So if anybody wants to know, and they're really that nosy, this is my strategy only. I do have 75% of my Polygon holdings gone after this price does hit. So I just got to be real as steel with you. We're trading 131. We bought it 84 cents and $86 cost averaged in. We're dollar cost averaging out. This is why you buy the dip. And later on, you can have a sip. So this is what we do here. We're enjoying the moment. A lot of people are buying right now. Guess what? We're selling. Let me know if you're one of those people. Are you buying right now? You can tell me in the comment section. I'm very curious. And Sam, just like the rest of y'all coming in last minute, we are going to do the last Bitcoin update. And after we do this Bitcoin date update, which this never happened. I don't know why the F it's even here. Kind of annoys me. We shouldn't even do this. Matter of fact, I won't, because that's how annoying it is. That liquidity grab never happened. I don't know why it's there. It's a bad exchange information right there. What exchange is that so we can blast them quietly? It's the Binance US. All right, so here we are looking at the Bitstamp. Here we are, big cup and handle coming in. As you can see, the handle was very short. Bitcoin did leverage off. We know Jerome Powell had a speech then, and now he's having another. So what I see here is very big consolidation for Bitcoin, and it does seem to be rather nice. This is what I expect usually to happen. I said 21.3. I would not expect Bitcoin to fall any lower than 21.3. If it did do that, that would be a major, major issue. Now, as we look at this here, I don't do outside the extended. I will be in trouble. Like I said, same kind of thing here. This is the MACD on steroids now. So if you know what we're talking about, you must be watching the video over and over, all my videos, and you are a good, loyal subscriber. So what do we see here? Well, I have to adjust. I have to see where we are on the trend. And where is the meat of my trend? Well, the meat of my trend is really here. So I can't really pay much attention to anything else. And this is how this indicator works. It's called the Impulse MACD by Lazy Bear. If you want to watch the video, it's an 8-minute video. I effed up. You can see it. It was done yesterday. We did 3 videos yesterday. So here we are right now. I'm paying attention and focusing to this range. Anything outside of my MACD extended, which is what this is, I will be told in my green lines that we're either oversold or overbought now. I want to find out when we're oversold, because when we're oversold on this bar here, we'll find out. We'll find out that the price is getting ready to increase. I will then see here that I will get a buy signal down here because it's my extended. This wasn't a buy signal. When do we get that signal? Well, it's when the MACD line is crossing my signal line here, which is orange, the orange one. So when I see that, I am paying close attention to it now. And when I do see the sell-off, well, you can see right here, there was a sell-off. If you wanted to take profits, I would dollar cost average out up here, getting my money coming through. And one more time, it's telling you. Now, this is crazy because this is a 4-hourly. It probably works a little more accurate on a daily, because most of us trade every day. I don't see a 4-hourly. This might change a little too much for us, and you can see how a little bit you can get some false readings, and that's why we get the extended, so we don't get the false reading outside of these lines. So we're going to pay closely attention to that as we continue, but no, don't do that. But more importantly, as we go, and here we go, just do that. I want to pay attention to the levels, and as I get to the daily here on this chart, I know we do have a bunch of times we were just talking over and over on how we could have used the method and how we could have made leverage on a bear market. You could even have longed it and went to sell at the top on these dead cat bounces here that we continue to receive. So big cup and handle coming in right now. Looking around here, I am seeing a big move that we got previously. And what happened? Well, we got a big move here, and I don't think this is a fair move. So let's get it. I'm going to do this really quick, and then we're going to go over any asset that you want to talk about. So any of you 6 people who are in the chat right now, you're going to be allowed to talk about your asset. What do you want to hear? What do you think is going to come next? And we're going to delete that because that's obviously not the same. So how do we do the same? We got to do it right here. Clone. The same girl. And this is how we got to 28,000. So this is where I effed up, and I'm very able to say, hey, I effed up. I don't know what I was looking at. I did not have that chart correctly, because you can see right here from this bounce of support up until here, until we died, it was clearly a bigger move than that. And that's where I'm getting this price, I believe. So we will look at this. We will pay close attention to this. This does make some sense here as we get the last move, but you can see how volatile of a drop we got. Well, that could be how volatile of a move towards the upside we do receive from this green stick. So you better pay close attention, and everybody's in the mood to chat. All right, here we go right now. This is your moment. 20 minutes into the video. We're going to try and do 5 to 10 minutes more, and then the video is over. After Emerald Green, you can now start chatting. So Emerald, please, if you could just do it again. I'm going to go over XLM anyway. Please, everyone, start chatting over what asset would you like Wall Street Pete to break down here that he has on TradingView. You may have an asset that you have gotten into, or you may have an asset that you're thinking about getting into, and you want to know what my thoughts might be and what ranges we're looking to go through. This is what we do. We're going to start it off with XLM, but if you could, Emerald, if you're still here, if you could just type it in one more time. Be the second guy in a row to be that annoying person to double type in the chat. So here we go right now. The next one will be Hero. We can do that as well. XLM's annoying for me because it's stuck at 9 cents, and I can never find it. I can never effing find it on my chart. I'm not even kidding. So hopefully I could just click on it. It'll take me to it. Oh, I think I just clicked it off, so it's easier to just do that, I guess. All right, so here we are. And I already got you here showing a big cup and handle, right? We talked probably about this before. I have a huge arrow pointing. Pretty excited for this because this is where I already see where I'm going. You don't have to be annoying. You don't have to be annoying. All right, but here we go. And no, Daddy, I do see your comment. Please, if you would start commenting now, this is when I start because your comment is going to go past. I'm not going to remember. So we're starting with Emerald's 15 XLMs, which we didn't need to do. Perhaps we go with Hero next. And as you can see right here, plain naked eye, right? Daily. I have a beautiful cup and handle, right? We talked about this. One of the biggest bullish momentum signals we've gotten probably in ages. So it's not a big deal here. No problem. You don't have to say my bad. But this is what we're talking about. I did buy Algo. I bought Algorand at 19 cents. Anybody wants to fight me and try and talk about it, I do have, not fight me, but you know what I mean, debate me. I can show you. I have paperwork. I have proof, whatever you may want to call it, that, yeah, I bought it at 19 cents very recently, right, during that January run. Cup and handle looking pretty smooth right now, looking pretty tough. I do like this. This price of the 92 cent will be very important during the next time we talk about breaking through, going further, resistance support. Now, this is going to be our big signal here. Expect this to flip into resistance here, probably pop up. Now, you get cup and handles inside cup and handles, as I said, happens all the time. People don't believe it until it actually happens. I want to get rid of this because this is kind of annoying to see the arrow there. But once we get this build of support at the 9.2, we are probably and most likely ready to explode a new cup and handle inside on the weekly. The weekly is going to catch up from the daily chart. So understand that the green, we could say, is the daily cup and handle, and the weekly is yellow. And I do expect that this is a momentum. This is a big possibility. So watch the cup and handle probably about 10.5 cents, somewhere around there. We could break slightly above there. Now, you know, none of this is financial advice, but we're doing XLM. This is for the followers now. So if you are a follower for Wall Street Pete, and you have been watching, and you've been, you know, I have some people who've been watching us for years. This is what I do for them. This is awesome. So sometimes Wall Street Pete goes over it and gets so excited that he gets involved in the trade. And I'll tell you all about it if I decide to. But those were some of the things. Polygon, Matic, only two big trades I have right now that I want to talk about. I do have Harmony 1 token that we know. I bought Harmony 1 token at 0.0125 cent, and we know where that's going. That's almost 3 cents now. I do see the upward W forming. We have a half a W forming, as you can see, the cup and handle. So we'll get rid of the cup and handle now. Let's see what we're doing here on a weekly. And many people don't see it, but this is an upward W, about 60% formed. And that's when I do believe you want a dollar cost average out at about the 10.5 cents. Give yourself a little bit of some profits. This is what I like to do. If I put $500 into this particular asset, and I'm watching Wall Street Pete right now, and I said, well, XLM, I do actually like where it's at. I agree with Wall Street Pete. I agree with the follower who's talking about this right now. And I'm a big fan of these possible moves, right? We could talk about this because XLM can come down and scare you all the way below the 9 cents and perhaps almost breaking through. But as you can see, we do have a W that could bring us there and manipulate us back to the upside. So this is XLM. This is Stellar Lumens. If you know what it is, you're very excited to hear about this. Big cup and handle on the weekly even right here. So we could continue to go. I don't know. This could have finished it. Could have been big manipulation to the downside already done. As you can see here, we came down right to that row here, even a little lower here. So we could see this could be done. What I expect, though, ultimately is the dollar cost average out right there. That's very important to understand. If you don't dollar cost average out of here, I know you're not going to do it. You get greedy. I would dollar cost average out. And that's up to you. And if I put in $500, and I'm going to do this really quick because this is fun, and then we're going to go on to the next asset. I want to tell you what it is. Very, very big build of support and resistance here that will flip. Not a lot of money. Not a lot. I mean, we're not jumping up and down going crazy here, but 16% move. Do what you got to do. Take the 16% that you made and get it out of there, or keep the 16% and get rid of the initial offering, the initial obviously buy $500 in, take the $500 out, keep that in there. You're playing with house money. When that starts rising, house money all the way. So this is what we can do. You can find another asset you think that's getting ready to move. You got to pay attention to the charts. This is trading view. I get pretty excited when the market starts moving like this. It's a lot of options, a lot of things to do. It gives us a lot of really good moves here because they all don't move at the same time. And I think a lot of you understand they don't move at the same time if you've been in the crypto space long enough. All right, so XLM, looking at the 10 cents to get out. And final, we're going to make this the final stand. We're going to get off for XLM. We're going to get onto a new asset. I'll probably see this thing pump a little further if it can go. If the FOMO train really is happening, you may want a dollar cost average out. And I'm talking about 100% at this point. I would never really recommend that, but in this market, when it sees resistance at levels like this, all the way from last year and maybe almost a year ago coming in, I mean, it's really big resistance for a reason. If we break even this old support of that, it's a big deal. So expect resistance to follow and repeat as it's done time and time again. And these investors see that. They're not blind. So 12.5 cents would be the next measure I would go through if you are getting greedy and you see the 10.5 build support and then finally break through, which is an inverted head and shoulders pattern. Looking at the weekly here, this is final for XRP, and we're getting off with XRP. Like I said, we'll do another asset. I forget which one we're doing. Right shoulder, and as I said, that right shoulder, if you pay attention, could come all the way up to about 12.5, or could it be the 10.5 cents? But like I said, none of it's financial advice. Just pay attention to what you're given here and how important these levels are. So you screenshot, do what you got to do. I give you the 3 levels. They're very important. Dribble, pass, shoot. What are you going to do? Depends. It's a triple threat. So let's get to it. What is the next asset coming in now? So I know that people are here. Let's go. I'll go testing 200 average. Thought on taking a long scalp trade. Cheers, Pete. The problem is I bought it at 19, Rich, and I sold it at around 25, 26. What is it at? I think it's 28, 29. It makes you sick, but you know what? You got to remember that you made gains. You got to remember that you made gains, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't focus on I took profits, you're not going to trade correctly. That's where you're missing the big picture. Once you start losing, you never even think about gains again. You fucking lose, you lose, you lose. It sucks. You have to stay mentally focused. That's why my song, The Red Candle Can't Stand You, you'll hate the red candle. You'll keep falling knives. They'll do something like similar to this, and you will be stuck in one of these, man, and it'll suck. So you have to pay attention to what is happening in the market all the time. We're still looking for a reversal. I would think that this asset, XLM, if it did start breaking above, and if it did start breaking above the 19, 20 cents, this would be considered a reversal in the bull market. When would I be confirmed? Probably at 23.5 cents. So let's get on to the next one here. All in at 0.004 Jasmy. So you're just like me then. Sully, I don't know. A lot of people don't believe you unless you show it, but we are down here. 4,100 Jasmy, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to you and I. I hope you're watching the show. I shouldn't have sold at 0.008. I have a hard time selling. Laugh out loud, 5.7 milli. That is very, 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 very exciting. I would have to agree that that's very, very exciting. He's got a nice set of Jasmy there. I hate when my phone's going crazy like that during a live. But, I didn't mean for that. But there's the Jasmy price. I can relate, Sully, so that's awesome. 0.0041, you got me by a tick. Awesome. But yes, I'm still holding the bags on that. Then I went to 4,700. I think I bought more. A dollar cost average in. This is what I do. I keep buying. It's an addiction too. At the same time, order filled 86.5 for Polygon Matic. We also bought some more. We just kept buying. And we got more at 86, and we got more and more and more. And we just kept doing it. We have a problem. We really do. 88 cents there. But it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. There is Harmony, one token at 1 cent and a quarter. And we still hold that from January 10th. So very important to pay attention to what you're doing, who you're following, right? I guess it is important to show facts. I didn't have the Dosh to trade at 19. No, I understand. And you know what? Like I said, you got to take profits in this. You had to take profits, Sully. You may have sold some at 0.008 and you may have regretted it. But if you pay attention to the charts and what it's telling you, you did a pretty good move. Do you want to buy some again? And now because we're talking about it, I'm so sorry. We're not at the next asset yet because we're talking about Jasmy. We're going to talk about XTP next because Sam said so. So get ready about that. Tap Global. And nobody would be talking about it probably in this chat if we didn't bring it up, right? And vice versa. Some people do that for me. If it wasn't for them talking about it, I wouldn't be thinking about the asset. So I love you guys very much back and forth. It's awesome. cup and handle inside the cup and handle for Jasmy. Now, if you pay attention, this is a weekly chart. And on the weekly, I'm pretty excited looking at this. It's telling me right now that flat momentum, and we don't have enough history, so I already know this is bold dinky. There's not much I can get from this MACD extension, the Impulse MACD. So I'm not going to pay attention to it for the weekly. It's definitely going to be a lower time frame and more history for Jasmy to really develop for me to understand. But we put here where we bought. We showed the proof we bought it here. We did not sell out yet. What a crazy guy I am, right? We talked about it before it pumped. So if you watch this, Rich B, if you're a new follower, if you're a new watcher, you should have watched back 2-3 weeks ago when we talked about it before it even pumped, and I told you 1,600 price where it's at, it was going to get stuck there, and we were going to have to sell there and take profits. I don't know how many people did that but me. And it's on gate.io if you're interested, and there was a couple other ways. But here we are for the next target for Jasmy, and we are getting that major resistance as I thought we could, but I was hoping that we could immediately break through before that. And where's my sell stop? Where's my sell order take profits? I ain't going to lie, I ain't going to bullshit ya, and I don't like to do it ever. So here it is. I'm at 9.5, and that's what I'm looking to sell at my Jasmy. If anybody was curious, I'm trying to beat the whales, and that's 100% over 100% on your money. Wouldn't you like to do that? Well, that's what we're doing in the crypto bull market here that we're currently getting. 1 cent and a quarter on Harmony 1 token. I don't expect to get out probably until we break 3. Looking to get closer to the 4. We'll see. Excuse me, we'll talk about that. But let's get to XTP as we said we will. XTP! And I would love for you to watch the video. I would love for you to watch the video where I said that we are moving. And when we get to the next move, and this is very shortly now, tap global on the weekly. I don't want to see it, but I want to show you here on the daily. It makes a lot of sense where we're going. I see this sideways boring action. It's almost like a VWAP. And what we're doing is trading below and under for resistance and eventually building support to where we bounce off this pretty nicely. And I do like what Tap Global's doing, XTP. I do love the project. I am in love with it. I do like the considerable moves. We were down here saying that you better take your 100% profit here. I don't know how many people did that, but right now would be another 46, 47% move on the way soon. If we were to repeat the liquidity moves and the same whales that are buying, we could get the same method, the same exact price jump. If the same whales get in and the same people are buying and selling, which could very well be. We could get a little dump above. I think that may happen this time. But if you see here, what is building is probably the head. So I'd be very, very careful once we get to this price. So XTP Tap Global, one of the last ones we're probably going to talk about right here. I love this asset. Big believer in Tap Global. I think there is a 47%, 40-something% move on the way before we hit the head here. It will possibly go above here, of course, like it does. A lot of people will be disappointed if they follow what I do and sell and see it go above, but then ultimately long term when they see this thing crash and come down, possibly back to here for support. Who knows? We could go even lower. You're going to be miserable. I'm telling you, this is the way it trades. This is the way it happens. I believe that this is what we're going to see. So you can not quote me on it, but give yourself a plan and give yourself an idea that this may be somewhere where we go. And I do believe that this could happen. So please pay close attention. And what is going to happen here is we're going to hope to see if that inverted head builds here. And as long as we do that, the trend will be your friend. We'll still be going in the upward direction towards this channel and just building in high volatile waves. And you will see how this market really can trick you. So we're going to watch how that goes in depth. Make it as small as I can on the 1 pixel there. But this is the ultimate end result for XTP. A lot of people see what's happening here, but a lot of people don't know what is going to happen, and I feel like I do. Yeah, it's kind of corny to say that, but I really do. I feel like I know that this is what's going to happen here for XTP. So something similar to this, as you may have watched me in the past, because I want to go back to the traditional markets as well. It's so important to see them. The DXY was getting a nice pump, and I was saying, holy shit, it's doing exactly as predicted. And a lot of people are like, you're such an ass. I'm so tired of hearing people say that. Yeah, well, if you've watched me all the way to September and October, you would have known when we said October, Monday, probably the 3rd, it's probably that exact date. I said, look at this double top forming up here. Holy cow, 113. I said, be careful, guys. The DXY is going to fall, and this is why the Bitcoin winter is over. And if we have not gotten the head, like I said, Imagine getting ahead, like I said. And then this is the right shoulder coming back to trick everyone. And then the ultimate result is breaking through down to the downside. This is going to be the biggest and hardest part for the DXY. And right there, as you can see, that's one of the biggest support lines that you've ever seen on the DXY. So maybe we have to label this the DXY because a lot of people left and didn't like me start talking about it. I don't know why, but we lost a lot of viewers right after I said DXY. Hope I didn't upset anybody, but tough shit. I'm just kidding, but I'm trying to be funny. But as you can see, we were calling this to happen. So if you can watch the channel proof all the way into the videos, we don't have to go back and show you it. You can go watch it for yourself. It's there. Proof is in the pudding. So DXY, looking to see what happens to the dollar index. Do we get this pump up here? Is this the right shoulder? Do we come up a little higher and then get this dip? Most likely we do. So I want to see what happens here. I don't really expect to break the 104, 105 price again, but I do expect to see a dead cat bounce, possible ABC-like correction here. We could lose the dollar index very quickly. So we'll see what happens here. Been a long time, right, since we've seen this. Last time that the dollar index was here, it was May 20th of 2022. So we'll pay close attention to that as we get closer into a year's history for that. And it's very interesting how we're getting to that. Very, very interesting. I'm wondering all about Bitcoin when that happens. So we'll go over a couple things as we continue. Please hit the like, comment, and subscribe. It's very important for us. This channel is nothing without the viewers and the subscribers. I'll tell you right now, this channel is nothing without you guys. So it's very important to take profits in this market. A lot of times we get greedy. I understand how that works. A lot of times we want to keep buying. I really do get that. And sometimes you have to understand that taking profits is one of the greatest things you could do. I don't know what bank or what place you could store your money and watch it appreciate in such quickly of a manner. And I don't think many people even understand it themselves. And it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen unless you take the profits. So please buy the dip or have a sip, then buy the dip. Do what you got to do. But remember, it's very important to take profits, dollar cost average in, dollar cost average out. You don't have to be a technical analysis or technical analyst guy to really understand that dollar cost averaging is so important. I mean, it really is. This is the ending of the video. I hope everyone enjoyed and got some good content feedback out of this. Let me know. I would appreciate in the comments if there was an asset that I may have missed in the comments section that you were wanting to talk about. But I hope you have a wonderful day, everybody. Please strive for the greatest. And remember, cryptocurrency is the future. This could be the way out of hell. And a lot of people, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it shouldn't be hell. We should be in a wonderful mindset, right? We're young. And if you're not enjoying life now while you're young, well, wait till you're 90 when you're crapping your pants. You're really going to be miserable. Wall Street beats sick dough in crypto. And want to learn how to make sick dough in crypto? Well, hit that like, hit the bell, all notification, because we're going to have a good day. La-di-da-da. Yeah.